Hello to my Facebook friends and family and to the world. Good evening. I am here in need of help from everyone that can. I'm having a crime that is being committed against me over and over again. It's not that I haven't tried to fix my home. I tried to fix my home so many times. I once tried to fix it. The sheriff came, took the whole water meter. I couldn't understand. Well, first, they broke the water meter. And because I fixed it, these three great, tall, big men walk into my home, removed my whole water meter. At the time, I had my grandchildren with me. I needed water to flush the toilet. We needed water to cook. We needed water to take bath to function. It didn't matter. They took it because order been given to come and do that. But this is what's been done to me. Because I wouldn't roll over and let them take my land, this is the plan. Okay. And they behave in such a way to say the house is unlivable. That's the case. The point is, I'm upstairs. Debbie Roll's office do have some funds where they could fix my house. I mean, she usually have a meeting, town hall meeting, where you invited, and she would have these people sitting at a table to give you information on money that you can get to fix your home as a senior. So it do exist. She knows all about it, but not when it comes to my case. I once tried to fix my home after the sheriff brought back the water meter. I tried to fix it. They came and put holes in all the pipes. When the man came to fix the plumber came, he turned on the water. There was water leaking from all the pipes. The basin was full of water. He had to shut it off. When I went to fix it another time, that's when Con Edison came and cut off the light and said I owe 4,000, 3,400 for downstairs and 3,600 for upstairs. If I didn't give him the money right then and there, they would shut it off, which they did. And I was only owing what, $75? That was it. But I'm saying I need help. In a case like this is where it was suggested to me by the public advocate and most of these lawyers that I know. I even have the white lawyers say to me, go to the DA, the Brooklyn Borough President in Brooklyn, and tell them that the DA in Staten Island is racist because the DA in Staten Island is the one that is giving order to have these things done to me. Okay? But the point is, I'm saying I have tried to fix my home. They wouldn't let it, they wouldn't let it get fixed. Plumber that I knew so many plumber in Staten Island that have did work for me in the past. Now when I call them, they are told, no, don't help her. And they will tell me, listen, I'm sorry, I can't help you. So this is why I came to Letitia James, the Attorney General office in Manhattan. But I notice I'm 100% certain that she herself doesn't know what is being done by her office in Manhattan. See, the office in Manhattan that she have in Manhattan is protecting the people in Staten Island to make sure the one in Staten Island do not get exposed. I have proof of that because Mr. Bill came to my home when I just came back from the Attorney General office to say, listen, he was going to make a phone call, and I was under the impression that he was making a phone call on my behalf, only to get off the phone and inform me that his friend at the Attorney General office in Manhattan is going to make sure that no case that I bring to them is going to ever get investigated. That is a crime because this man is the director of the senior center for senior citizens with all the different program that they have with what's happening to me now to prevent it, to do something, to even give me a lawyer. I will tell you all, a few days ago, his his office said, when my daughter called, oh, we gave her a lawyer. That was a lie. They never gave me a lawyer. How will you say, why would you say you gave me a lawyer when your director from your agency is coming to my house and calling the Attorney General office in Manhattan and telling them not to investigate any case, look out for this name. If I should ever go to them with a case, with any matter, not to investigate, now you're gonna lie and say you gave me a lawyer? How you gave me a lawyer? I came to your office just to show you uh, proof of my mortgage that my house was paid off, and you yelling and telling me to get off and never come back. And what's the name? Mrs. King, Michelle King, said to me, listen, if you have a problem, go to Debbie Rowe's office. Don't come back here. But what is that office is about? That's why they exist. Not to just help anybody, but they are supposed to help senior citizens. Give you an attorney. If something happened to your house, whatever it is, to see to it that it get fixed. But no, not in my case. So I'm saying I need help. And that's why I went to the Attorney General office. But recently, on the 6th, I got a phone call from someone from the Manhattan office to inform me that I need a lawyer. What? I need a lawyer? I'm aware I need a lawyer because the purpose of me getting a lawyer is to sue these people for the crime that they had committed, stealing all my equity. Do you know buying a home means a lot? I never gotten a dime out of my equity out of my home. This is what they do. They would take our equity loan and then they would call and give a number to wire this money to them. I never did. I had D. Farrell on Forest Avenue that filed tax in my name for $100,000. This was told to me by Detective Hawkins at the DA office. I'm aware I need a lawyer. But when I go to see a lawyer, I went to one of the best law firms in Manhattan. You own that law firm, when you walk in, you see nothing but firemen and policemen. First come, first serve. And in fact, they said to me, wait a minute, you was here before us. Why they calling everybody except you? And they asked this lawyer that, and the lawyer said, well, Detective Hawkins, because at the time they were listening, tapping my phone line. They said, well, they called the DA office. Usually when you go to the law firm, in a case like this, they want to know, well, did you talk to the DA regarding the situation? And what they do, they get on the phone and call the DA to find out what did they do about it. But the DA tell them, listen, just send her home, don't help her. So I'm saying it is a crime, it's evil, it's wicked. It's winter. My house had no water. It's not because I didn't try to fix it. I have tried to do everything I can to get my house fixed. They wouldn't let it get fixed. So now this is what makes it a case for the Attorney General. And that's why the investigator came and said he had been sent by the Attorney General to investigate my case. And he's going to make sure he lock up whoever involved or whatever the case may be. But he been on this case for 7 months. It's winter. There's no boiler. There's no running water. How long would this last? And this is why I came to the office. You have every politician in Staten Island knows about my case. They all go home. What happened? You have a nice warm house. You have hot water. You can cook. You have a kitchen. But because of the color of my skin, because I happen to be if I had been a white woman and a senior citizen, this problem would not have lasted a day. I'm in a two-family house. It only takes 2 days, no later than three, to get a brand new bathroom. You know exactly where to go to get money to help fix it. My bank account had been cleaned out because what? They had 2 or 3 mortgages a day. Okay. Chase D. Farrow on Forest Avenue took out the $385,000 mortgage 4 times within the same day. The lien on my property was taken out by D. Farrow. There's no mortgage on this house. I've been paying mortgage to this a mortgage that this man D. Farrow took out on my house. It said that on the document, the foreclosure document. It got his name attached to it. All of that. Okay, it's wrong, it's evil, and it's election time. But the purpose of this video is to say to my Facebook friends and family, I'm in need of help. If you all could not just listen to my video, if you could write a letter, if you could make a phone call, if you know someone that could be a help for this crime that is being committed against this senior, all because she happened to be black, all because she hadn't rolled over to say, okay, I'll give you what you want. You cannot just come and take my home. I have paid mortgage on this house. I bought it. It been paid for 17 years ago. It is wrong. You have done everything you can to shut my life down, hoping that maybe that would lead me into depression or maybe turn into alcohol. I don't know, but you know what? Everything possible has been done to me. You give orders to the mailman not to never deliver mail to this house. They can deliver mail to every house in my neighborhood in Staten Island except my house. You give orders to the phone company not to ever deliver, not to ever install a telephone to this house. And I said to the guy, well, you hooking up a phone right across the street. He said, lady, I can hook up a phone across the street at the back of you, on both sides of you, but it's in the computer. Do not blame me. We should is in the computer not to ever hook up a phone to your house. Name it, they have done it to me. But I'm saying, I'm asking for all the politicians and Letitia James, you senior investigator. He been on this case and he said he was sent. The lady that I had on it before, for some reason, he came one day and said he was going to be the one taking over this case. Now, he wanted to boil up my house. Why would you boil up my house? At the time when the whole city was shut down, you want to boil up my house. And I should say, okay, you're going to take me to some apartment. No, I'm safe in my house. No one can harm me in my house. I am safe. I have upstairs, I have downstairs. Downstairs could have been fixed. Well, in 2 days, it could be fixed. You have someone that got, you have a referee that had put his name on my property. Now he have it off. Or he found out that I knew his telephone number and know where he lived. He took his name off and got U.S. Bank and replaced it with U.S. Bank. And guess what? A big mistake because U.S. Bank said, and I know they didn't have to say it. U.S. Bank said, we never gave you no mortgage. You never bought no house from us. You never paid no mortgage to us. I know that. Okay. He have it U.S. Bank. When you do those things, it prevent me from getting any type of loan. Remember, it was going to my bank account, taking out $2,888. Just name it. But I'm saying I'm in need of help from the public and from the politician. And I'm asking, when you all listen to my video, if you all could be of help, if you had to pick up the phone or write a letter on my behalf. Letitia James need to appoint someone and allow my house to be fixed. It is wrong that you all would go home to your warm house. You can turn on the water. You can get up, open the refrigerator. You can make a cup of tea or whatever. All my electrical have been cut. the door to every room had been removed off the hinges. It is wrong. It's evil. During the shutdown, when I would buy water, food, be leaving and come home, it was gone. All my vitamins been dumped all together on the floor. There was no water, nothing. And guess what? The whole city was shut down, saying not to leave home. I couldn't go back out there. Okay. I remember one day I had to mix water or peanut butter. It was all I had. There was no television in the house. When I would get a heater to keep myself warm, it was always cut. I was buying heater almost, I don't know how often. In all, I had 28 heater that was cut. And when I would plug it in, it felt like I had to pull the plug out so fast. Right now, I have one outlet working in the house. Are you try to break me? You can't. I got my eyes on God. I never been depressed. And I will continue to keep my eyes on him. And I'm just asking not to see color or whatever is going on in your mind. Well, all of you that do me harm, if you were down today and I pass by you, I will reach my hand out to you and lift you up. I wouldn't think about what you did to me. And I'm saying what you're doing is wrong. And I'm asking to the Attorney General, point someone to investigate and to put a stop to the crime that is being committed against me. I got a call Tuesday to say, listen, you need to investigate, you need a lawyer. Really? Then when I decided to call back, because it didn't add up. I know I need a lawyer. I've been going to lawyers. But I'm saying to prevent, to stop the crime that's been committed every time I try to fix my house, that they will come and do things that is destruction, that is destructive. It's wrong. It's evil. This is why I came to her. She doesn't know about what's going on in her office in Manhattan. She had no idea. But I'm saying I need help and I need someone. If you know of someone, it's something you can do in fixing. Imagine things that you all take for granted. I purchase water every day. I purchase food and I have to hide and make sure because there was a time where they were poisoning my food. And I'm going to say this when we got shut down, it was an opportunity when they would deliver food and I would order food. There was an opportunity. Then it's like, okay, now the food that we're delivering to her, we can poison it. And I learned the hard way. I have a niece. God, thank you for her, Ina. For some reason, we lost touch. I lost her number that was in my phone. And this particular day, she called. She was on the phone crying when she heard my voice. But because of her, she had water delivered. She had food delivered, snack delivered. The investigator from the Attorney General came in this house. He saw where uh, the house was being ripped apart. I mean, it happened right after he took over this case. And I couldn't understand. I said, wait a minute. Why now my house is being taken apart like this? But because I didn't let him boil it up, he didn't care. He didn't care. He just left. But because of my niece Ina, but I had to stop when she would call me and I would be hungry, starving. She would say, Auntie Agnes, can I order you some food? I had to say no, but I was hungry because few times they poisoned it. So I stopped, okay? But I'm saying I made this video to say it's now winter. This is the condition, not because I didn't do anything. I have friends, most of them owns their own business in Staten Island. When I would go to them, sometimes they would say, okay, here's food. They would even get in their car and deliver it to my house and reach in their pocket and say, here. But I'm saying, I need help. I can this is not nice. It's bad, it's evil. But I forgive them. I have no hate in my heart for them. But I'm saying, it said, do unto others as you have them do unto you. It's wrong. to do this to me, all because you have committed a crime in my name, purchased houses in my name all over. Now you find a way to murder me and to destroy their house and to say, well, their house is unlivable. That's what it's all about. They destroy in such a way, and then to say, you know what? Their house is unlivable. She cannot live in the house. That's the purpose. Now you can fix it downstairs. In 2 days, downstairs could be to normal, and I could move down and you fix up. There's no reason to blow up my house or to have some lady. The investigator came to my house at the time when the whole city was shut down. The same week, he came, he took pictures of the whole house. I could have had the virus, he could have had it. We were all upstairs taking pictures. What did he do with those pictures that he took? Plus, I gave him every document that shows the crime that was committed by these lawyers, vice president of banks. He did nothing with it. Now he disappeared. I didn't allow him to blow up my house. Why you want me to blow up my house and get out of my house when someone else is saying they own it and I should leave it? Who you helping? For this man to now come and take over my house, where if you put me somewhere else, I won't be able to enter my own house anymore. And because I didn't do that, now you disappear. I don't hear from you. You don't call. You don't answer. It's like you never exist. All that doesn't matter. But I'm saying I need help. And to the public, I'm asking for your help. I once said I didn't want this GoFunding because someone had opened one and they add on to it by saying they would like to have the money by their birthday. It didn't make sense. No one mentioned to me that they were going to open a GoFunding. But I'm saying to the word, to the public, I need help in fixing my house. The destruction that been done to it when the people came to install the boiler and what they did to the house when they installed the boiler where it felt like the house was going to blow up. You could hear the amount of water behind the wall and the things that was falling down from what it sounded like. Everything that was used to build this house was coming down behind the wall. Another thing I would like to have to say, I would like to say, Sandy, my roof, I was one of those where my whole porch was destroyed. I was able to borrow money to fix the porch. But what's about the roof? My roof is in such a bad condition. I need help with that. And I know that this house really need to be built because it sounded like everything that was behind the wall was coming down. And it actually because they were hitting one another. Okay. So please, I'm saying to the word to the city, I'm a senior and I need your help. Okay. And that's the reason for making this video. Now I'm being told by the Attorney General office, I need a lawyer when I call back. And for some reason, he said, let me talk, let me talk. I said, well, I need an investigation to make sure that if I get my house fixed, that these people will not come and keep trying to bring it down. That's what the Attorney General office is about. He said, well, you need a lawyer. So I decided to call back and let someone else pick up the phone. And this lady that picked up the phone, she said to me, the Attorney General office, the Attorney General only investigate crime that happen in the United States, in America. Not if someone just come to them for a crime to have a case investigated. That's not what the Attorney General does, but they only investigate if it's a crime is committed in this country. Have you all ever heard of that? Now, if that was the case, why did you send an investigator that had been on this case for 7 months and said he was sent to investigate my case? And the reason why they took the other investigator of the case was because my case is one of the biggest, and they only appoint him to case that is as big as mine. When did that change? Now, all of a sudden, you telling me that the Attorney General office only investigate a case in America that happened to the whole country, but they don't just investigate other near anyone that bring a case to them. And it makes sense. So to the Attorney General herself, I'm just saying, your people that is working in the office like yours, that's a very high position, the Attorney General office. And for them to say the things that they're saying that doesn't make sense, it's not a good thing. They need to learn to think twice before they speak. It doesn't sound right. I mean, you would think it's the teenagers out there that talking like that. And for her to say, your office only investigate something that happened in this country. In other words, if you're a citizen and an American, you don't have to be an American. But if a crime of this nature is being committed, that your office do not investigate, that doesn't sound right at all. They need to think twice before they speak. Okay? Because of where they work, they need to think twice before they open their mouth. Okay? So I'm saying to all my Facebook friends and family, I'm in need of help in stopping this crime that is being committed against me, and it need to end. I need to have my house fixed, and I'm asking for help from the public and from the entire world. I'm a senior from Staten Island that is in need of help. What is being done to me is wrong, is evil, and is wicked. And every politician, I went to Matthew Tutone office. I've spoken to someone there that was very kind, very nice, and told me to bring my document of my mortgage, the foreclosure documents. But when I got there, his name was Patrick. He said, I don't care what anybody told you from this office. Take your document and leave right now. See that? I don't care what he said to you. Okay? Now, can you imagine? He didn't even want me to get my papers back in my bag. Now, I had spoken to someone from the office that wanted me to bring these papers. But now Patrick was giving order by the DA to make sure, because they was listening on my phone. Okay? So now he been told to make sure I don't get no help. All these offices in Staten Island, they all played a role. Okay? So I'm saying, please, that's enough for now. And I will say more another time. Again, I said thank you. And this video was about pleading to my Facebook friend, to everyone, no matter what color you are, if there's anything that you can do, I need my house restored to be a house that you're supposed to live in. And it's going to be winter. I'm a senior. Okay? There's no water, no electrical is working, nothing. Okay? All this was done. When they came to install the boiler, they came with the intention of blowing it up, murdering me when I turn on the boiler for the first time. That was the intention. Okay? The building department said Ruchi Oil Company went back and got the paper because it said the building department came 3 days later and shut me down and said the Ruchi Oil Company didn't get a permit. But the building department said, well, okay, they went back and tried to make it right and got a permit. But they don't understand why they didn't come back to my house and correct the problem. Because it was never the intention in the first place. Okay? Never an intention. Look, when they gave me a violation, it said violation number 1. And I said, what that means? They said your building, your house might blow up, and it might blow up the block. So they went and installed a shut-off valve on everyone's house and left me without no shut-off valve up until this day. But you know why? Because in their mind, the intention was to blow up this house. Whatever the reason is, I do not know. But I'm just saying, my house will never blow up. God will never let that happen. I just said this. There's a reason why He's protecting me. Plus, God see my heart. I'll say one last thing. I was standing between Victory and Zebra on Staten Island. My face was facing the street, Victory, and my back was turned when you're coming down the hill. I had no idea that the car that was coming at the back of me down that hill was going to lose its brake. For some reason, I found myself laying on the ground, on the floor, on the ground, in front of the store in the rain. That second, the car was sitting where I was standing. My back was turned. I had no idea this car that was coming down the hill had lost its brake with this young guy driving it. And the lady that was in the car said she closed her eye. She didn't want to see the car roll over me. Okay? This life that I breathe, that I have, was given to me by God. The people in Staten Island knows they have tried everything possible to have me murdered. They tried to burn down my house. It took me 5 days. I was already warned by lawyers, white lawyers. Okay, that was a powerful lawyer in Brooklyn. I said, listen, take your papers. We can't help you. But be careful. They're going to burn down your house. And to Staten Island DA, when you're sitting and plotting and planning, be careful because some of your own people got you recorded. When you're making those evil plans, saying what you're going to do to me, they got you recorded in your own voice. Do the right thing. But in the meantime, I'm trusting God. God is going to take care of it all. All right? He knows this woman have done you all nothing and doesn't deserve the wicked and the evil things that you all have done to her and her children. And when you went to school that day and put these two children in the van and said, well, she called and said she didn't want her grandchildren anymore. All those things was wicked and evil. Because you didn't want to sell the house with the kids in it. But I'm saying I'm in need of help and I'm asking for my Facebook family um, and to the rest of the world to please get involved, not just listen to my video. Thank you so much. God bless.